So her indoors wanted a new stand-up paddleboard because she said hers wasn't pretty enough. So we've got her this FUNWATER. It's in the koi design. It's the full kit. It's meant to be feather light. And the whole thing was just $129.99 delivered by Amazon. Amazon did put the parcel plonk on me boat, but that's what Amazon delivery people sometimes do. So without further ado, let's see what we've got in the package. Interestingly, the package, the box has got Featherlight written all over it. It's a bit crushed and it says do not cut. So, you know, you obviously got to cut it, but be careful where you cut it. You don't want to cut into your paddleboard. So that's what we get for you. See what you get for your money. I remember what the days when a paddleboard in COVID went staggeringly expensive. So what you're seeing here, it was 129 quid delivered from Amazon. So the first thing we got is the pump, which needs to be put together. Now, some people have said this pump doesn't show the pressure, but I think that's because they wanted to show it too early. 2 small skegs and 1 big skeg. Someone have said these are difficult to get in. They might need a little bit of sanding and also a bit of silicone or wet them when you put them in, but we'll find that out. So there's the skegs, there's the pump. Get the typical paddle, which should have 3 parts. So there's your paddle. Got a ping over there.
Excuse the washing.
And you, yeah, excuse the washing. Should just go in the handle. Firstly, and it does. You've got height settings on the paddle. I've loosened it, so tighten it back up. Shut it up, so that's okay. Quite a small paddle, but he's weighted quite heavy at the bottom. That's interesting. I don't know why that is. We'll see if that floats. We can test this in the swimming pool a bit later. So there's the paddle. Always remember, you do these paddles this way. So many people do it that way, but they go that way. So plenty of length on the paddle, which is adjustable. There's the hose for the pump. We'll put that on. Doesn't look. I'll use an electric pump anyway for the biggest part of it. There is a rubber seal on that. So put the pump on. Doesn't look as though the pump has a pump out, which is a pity, but I've got plenty of pumps and pumps out. It's nice to do that because if you take it away anywhere, you can pump the air out. Doesn't have that, but so be it. You seem to get a free mobile phone case with a little strap in it. Most mobile phones are waterproof these days, but nonetheless, not bad to have. Some instructions. Foot leash, not bad. So the light. What's in this packet? A little something else. Oh, I know what this will be. This will be the Helky Roberts valve spanner and a little bit of a repair kit. You don't want to be ever repairing a paddleboard, I can tell you. And what have we got in here? So there's the bag that it comes in. Seems to be branded Featherlight. And let's see if we've got the right one. And I'm not sure if we've got the koi coloured one. Move the box so indoors. You've got a strap as well. I think it is the koi one. Is there a picture of a fish in here? Yes, there's a picture of a koi fish with its eyes. Quite a big board. It's even got at the end, which it did show but it didn't, is a little GoPro mount. So that'll be useful. Looks quite a wide board, a very wide board actually. So let's get this blown up. So when you pump these up, Owen Dawes is holding the camera correctly, it's important that you take the twist out of the pipe, or you put a twist in it so it doesn't try and untwist on these Helky Roberts valves. So make sure. Well, so that seems to be in okay. Yeah, I should be using the pump, but it's too hot, and I always pump these up with electric pumps, unless of course I'm abroad and I've only took a pump. So we're connecting it up to that little power pack, which we're switching on, and since switch that on, switch on the crivet pump. We'll set the crivet pump to, let's set it to 12.5 psi, and we'll start it pumping. So the crivet pump, and where these idiots on Wibnet, or one particular fool, can't seem to work it, so he sent it back because he didn't know how to work it. Puts the air in first by just blowing, and then it switches to pressure. Right, so it's going up. What's the time, Owen Dawes? Set your watch.
16:29.
So it was about 16:29 when we started. It's only been going a few seconds. We'll bring you back when we have a time. I think you'll agree though, it is prettier. Owen Dawes was right. It's prettier than her current board, and it is bigger. This is an 11.5 foot board and quite wide, which does make a difference. Hope to try it out tomorrow. Another thing to point out in the bag, you also get another thickness of thing for the pump, but the crivet has correctly, as you look, as you see, switched into high pressure mode, unlike the chap on Wibnet who couldn't make these work. And it's now pumping up, and we're currently at 2.6 psi. So we'll put the 12.5 in it, and then by all means use the pump and pump these up, but my goodness, that's a very good workout. But what do you think Owen Dawes? Is that pretty enough? You like it? She's happy with that. As I say, hope to test it tomorrow. So we're up to 7.3 psi, and what's the time now, Owen Dawes?
16:34, so it's been 5 minutes.
So it's been 5 minutes with the crivet pump to get to this, using that little power back. It would be longer than that if you were doing it by hand. Look at that koi. Well, very pretty skin. So there's Owen Dawes, tested it. What do you think? It is wider, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is.
Certainly it's longer. See how much how heavy it is. Oh, not too bad, is it?
Too bad.
Right, we'll put the fins on and put it in the pool. The test is how easy the fins go on. Right, we shall see. Always spit on them a bit. Right, well there was reports on the Amazon comments that the fins were difficult to put in. This is straight out of the box. No, not wet, not spat on anything. So there's the big one. I don't call that hard. There's the little one. There's the other little one. Well, I don't think I've ever put fins on anything that has been that easy. Right, let's put it in the pool. Yeah, and as Owen Dawes pointed out, you do have to put the bits in, which I think go in from the other side. There we go, they go in easy as well. That's one, but the others go the same. Owen Dawes carrying it down to the pool with the sun in her face. I am sure that is lighter than our other paddleboard. It's certainly longer and it's certainly a bit wider where it matters. Chuck it in the pool, why not? It floats, that's no surprise. Obviously we're not going to stand on it in that, because if you fell off it in that would be a nightmare in that pool. You'd smack your head open. There it is. The Koi Feather Lite, or Fun something or other. I'll put it in the description. 11.5 foot paddleboard for $129.99. Thanks for watching. If anyone was wondering, and what they said on the some of the comments, the paddle does float. Look, right, Erin Dawes is not going to really go out in the pool, but she just wanted to try it for size, and it fits nicely. Take that back. It turns out the paddle probably will sink if you dropped it and there weren't air in it, but it took a while, so you could probably retrieve it, and it is still upright there. Now let's see how easy the little skegs come out. So press the button down, pull the string. Press the button down, pull the string. Fairly easy. Pull it forward, pull it forward, pull it forward. That's that off. Okay, so now let these down, and I always tell people this: do not look at this when you press this, because that's under a lot of pressure in there, and if sand and grit is gathered in there, which it easily should do, blast it in your eyes. So we're going to let that go down, and then we're going to see how well it all fits in its bag, because we haven't tried that yet, and that is important to people as well. The bag isn't of massive quality, but let's see if it does a job. It would be nice if the supply pump had a suck out function, which I can't see that it does, but just walk along them and get all the air out, or in Erin Dawes' case, just crawl along it, and it will come out gradually. You can, if you just leave these laying, if you've got time, they do almost totally deflate. I think the Quiver has got a suck out option, it definitely has, but I couldn't be bothered with it because we're going to use it tomorrow. So the bag is the right size to just roll it as it is. You don't need to do any folding in. So if you just Erin Dawes, you just roll it, keep it square, Catherine.
Is it square?
Yep. You do get provided with a little pulley strap thing. That's quite good for the money. $129.99 delivered. This is, you know, pretty darn good. And it is light. It is light. It calls itself Feather Lite. Right now, for a paddleboard, I can tell you that is small. This could easily be taken on an airplane if you want to take a paddleboard abroad, particularly if you're Jet 2. What's that strap? Does that open up in there, Catherine? It does. If you ping that, then that will hold it together. So actually, it's not a bad bag. See how she fits. Yeah, so for once they've made a bag with plenty of space. We're not going to put the pump in, but just so we'll see if the... hang on a minute. Is there somewhere to put the skegs? Is there a little bit there? I reckon there might be. No, is there at the top or the bottom? Is there a little housey bit? Oh, there's some tuck it in there, I reckon. Is that tuck? Can I tuck in there?
No.
Okay. Well, you just put them in there, don't you?
Are they all in?
Yep.
There's one more, isn't there?
Oh, there's one more. She's right. Yep. There you go. And then we'll put the paddle in, and that will easily fit in there. Absolutely easily.
On the sides, doesn't it?
Absolutely ton. Well, can go in for now. So it zips up. As ever, the zips. They're pretty good. And how heavy is it? What is it? A rucksack? I think it is, isn't it? Yeah, it is a rucksack. I reckon there was a place to put them skegs. We just didn't spot it. Perhaps not, but let's see how heavy it is. That is light. You lift that up, Catherine.
Yeah.
That is very light. Okay, well there we are. Thanks for watching.